and how you gonna grow.
Hi, and I'm Dave Owens, your garden guy. Hey guys, I want to show off, well, my raised bed garden up here in Payson, Arizona. You're probably wondering why we've got this fence all the way around it. Well, we have something that's a critter you don't necessarily have down there in Phoenix. It's called elk and deer. And so we've got to protect this guy to a certain degree. We do some other things in protecting it too, but this is one of the best mechanisms for actually protecting your garden. But you'll see all these raised beds. This is all reclaimed lumber that came off an old homestead next door. In fact, speaking of, this was an old homestead at one time. You can see the apple trees right behind me. These are about 100-year-old apples. So we're trying to get those guys to come back, doing a lot of watering, doing a lot of organic type of techniques on them to bring them back. And you can see, well, you can see how well they are doing. I'm going to bring some back down to the studio this fall, make some applesauce or maybe some cider for that matter. But I want to talk a little bit about our raised beds here. And let's take these two in particular. You can see these guys, and these guys are doing quite well up here. They get regular water out of the river, and they've got a lot of micronutrients that we've actually put into the garden itself. And those micronutrients are a lot of different types of chicken manures, horse manures, cow manure, and goat manure. And we mix these guys in all during the winter. And this is something you should be doing on your garden, especially during the summertime. Just put it over the top of the garden. This is a fallow time, and we're going to have to restart our gardens up here come this fall. And that will start in August or September. What's growing in here you can grow down in your own home this coming fall? Well, you've got a lot of squash growing in here. Some tricolor, different types of sages. Of course, some bright light Swiss chard. And there's a little artichoke that's hidden right back here. Artichokes take about 2 years to really produce those chokes that are so easy to grow out here in the desert Southwest, and they produce in the springtime. So if you want artichoke, you're going to have to put them in during the fall. Lots of onions. That's another companion plant we talk all the time, and it does a good job on really warding off a lot of insects out here in the desert Southwest. Got a little bit of corn over there, and that, well, that's just kind of more of an ornamental piece than anything. But if you're going to be growing corn, you got to grow a lot of blocks of it. Got some mint that's just kind of coming up wild, and you can see it right here. This was a mint garden at one time. Very hard to control mint. If you're going to grow mint, make sure you grow it so it's containerized. We're always pulling it out, but at the same time it works out well in salads, teas, and all kinds of things. So it is a easy edible to grow as long as you can go ahead and contain it or containerize it. Right over here, well, there's some cabbage mixed in some kale, both of them companion plant quite well. You'll see some fennel in there, some beans in there. And then right back here, well, this is our potato garden. We'll be digging these potatoes up here in about 2 months. And they're, again, easy to grow. Sweet potatoes grow best down in the desert Southwest. So if you got a garden and you're getting ready to do anything this fall, make sure you go ahead and cover it up with some type of manure. Kind of work that manure in right before you're going to be planting, which is going to be late August, early September. And remember, there's a lot of stuff you can plant, especially in the fall. But remember one thing, you want to definitely think about companion planting whenever you're planting out here in the desert Southwest.